Num num?
Really?
No.
Normally, the best barometer for whether or not something is edible at a restaurant is whether or not the staff would eat it. Here to let us in on some Mickey D's secrets are 15 McDonald's menu items that even the staff won't eat.
It's too much! It's too much!
Kinda fresh, but also not fresh onions.
Onion.
Now, try not to cry over this one. In fact, can you cry over dehydrated onions? That's right, McDonald's uses dehydrated onions. And apparently, there is method to this madness. Dehydrated onions are used to avoid rotting. So basically, in an attempt to keep things as fresh-like as possible, Mickey D's has opted to get onions that aren't exactly fresh.
What?
They're not fresh, but they're not really fresh either. They're sorta pseudo-fresh, if you will. There was a rumor that the onions were made from powder, but that hasn't really seemed to have held up. All rumors aside, Mickey D's is trying to do right by us with this one, but it would seem that the employees feel the move is potentially the wrong one. The Great Chicken Nugget Deception.
I deep fried chicken nuggets, man!
Chicken McNuggets are definitely a McDonald's fan favorite. No one can really deny that.
It is the best.
But what we can deny is our future cravings to enjoy some of these chicken nuggets. You see, a little birdie, aka a McDonald's employee on Reddit, shared with the world just how our beloved chicken McNuggets are made. And brace yourselves, because it's not looking good. At least not in terms of freshness. The chicken nugget machines have a timer that goes off to indicate that the done nuggets need to be replaced with fresh nuggets. But the thing is, many employees are just resetting the timer and leaving the old nuggets in the machine, allowing them to just sit there and continue cooking until some unsuspecting customer orders them. Not cool, McDonald's, not cool. The not-so-fresh fillet of fish.
You like seafood, do you?
We get it. A seafood item at a mostly beef and chicken establishment isn't exactly gonna do numbers, but you might be surprised to learn that it doesn't do well with the staff either. Not only do employees not enjoy preparing it for you, the customer, since the whole ordeal is rather messy and the presentation is kind of blah, but they don't like preparing it for themselves either.
Is that good? It sounds bad.
They say that very often this menu item is just literally sitting in the heating cabinet for hours upon hours upon hours. So if you're a Filet-O-Fish fan, make sure to request that your order be fresh and confirm that it is, in fact, edible before biting into your sandwich. The salad is just as bad.
Ron, would you like some salad?
Since I am not a rabbit, no, I do not.
One would think that a McDonald's employee might reach for a salad option over something heavier on the menu, but in reality, Mickey D's employees are turning away from the salad altogether.
Why?
Apparently, these lighter options aren't really lighter at all. An employee told Business Insider about how the staff tends to avoid the salad because of the salad's robust nutritional content. So employees may tend to say no to the crispy chicken salad or the bacon ranch salad with grilled chicken. But that doesn't mean that they're not using their exclusive discounts on some of Mickey D's other menu items instead. Skip the milkshakes and smoothies.
You think you could milk me?
When it comes to McDonald's, we tend to let a lot slide. Well, apparently the milkshake and smoothie machine cleanliness levels are so bad that the employees can't let that one slide.
Yikes, that's a recipe for disappointment.
Word is that the machines are not cleaned enough. The machines can supposedly get so gross that when customers place milkshake or smoothies orders, sometimes the staff deny their requests by claiming that the machine is broken or requires maintenance. A residue can build and get left behind that is apparently so borderline disgusting that staff won't touch a milkshake or smoothie, and they won't give you one either. Okay, we get it. No one should be enjoying milkshakes or smoothies at McDonald's. The true McRib.
OMG, the McRib is back.
McDonald's employees have some pretty harsh things to say about this cult classic sandwich. Prepare to have your appetite temporarily or possibly eternally eradicated. A McDonald's employee actually claimed that when the McRib is in prep mode prior to being doused in sauce, apparently it doesn't even resemble meat. Apparently, a staff member went so far as to say it looks like a scab. Now, while you recover from that image, there's another not-so-great point to contend with. Apparently, the McRib is prepared in the morning, but because it is not as popular as it believes itself to be, it just sits there for hours upon hours waiting to be ordered. And then, it's not only not fresh anymore, but it's also not hot.
Nothing better than when they're fresh. Nothing better.
While both the McRib and the Breakfast Club may be 1980s cult classics, it would seem that only one of those would hold up to the test of time, and that would be the one featuring Molly Ringwald. It's a pass on the egg white sandwich.
Maybe next time, Deshaun.
You would think that an egg white sandwich couldn't be bad for you, but at McDonald's, anything is possible. There's two main things to keep in mind when considering the egg white sandwich. Exhibit A, there's tons of butter on the sandwich. Well, more of a substitute than actual butter.
I still can't believe it's not butter.
And Exhibit B, the egg whites don't even give you enough protein to give you the energy you need to go about your day. Between Exhibit A and Exhibit B, employees say, "See you later" to the egg white sandwich. We don't blame them. When you know, you know. Apparently, the whole item was scrapped from the menu in 1991 due to backlash to the packaging. We guess it's a good thing. Why be tempted to get something supposedly good for you if it's not even gonna fulfill that purpose? We see no point, and in the end, neither did McDonald's. Show your support by hitting that like button. We do appreciate it. Now, let's keep going.
Let's roll.
It's a no for the apple pie.
You've never had apple pie?
McDonald's often prides itself on its apple pie, but the funny thing is, most people aren't buying them. Not the customers and not the staff. Most people aren't walking into the Golden Arches looking for America's favorite dessert. No, most people want the good stuff. And how do you know that nobody is really considering the apple pie as the good stuff?
You tell me.
Well, because first of all, they sit on the shelf for the majority of the day because no one's really ordering them. And on top of that, the staff are rejecting the apple pie as a break time snack option. Even with their discounts, they say no to this dessert menu item since they're not fresh and therefore not so appetizing. A good rule to live by: if the staff say no, the customer should go. The avoided grilled chicken sandwich.
No.
Regular chicken sandwich.
With a description like this, it's no wonder the staff avoid this menu item at all costs. So it would appear that the grilled chicken sandwich gets far from a standing ovation from McDonald's staff, but instead, it kinda gets the scarlet letter. Firstly, an employee on Reddit described this menu item as not only frozen, but downright horrible and even gelatinous.
It definitely sounds bad. Okay.
The same employee gone rogue advised the public to keep a safe distance from this grilled chicken sandwich. On top of that, others have said that since this sandwich is in low demand, it tends to sit in the heater for way longer than is desirable for anyone. So in the end, the employees don't support this menu item to such an extent that they tried to warn the public against it. That's a red flag if there ever was one. Escape the hoopla of new or limited edition items.
Trust me when I say this.
The public will often line up in droves just to experience the excitement that new or limited edition items can bring. There's the newness factor, and there's also the exclusive factor. However, the staff say not so fast. While customers are busy rushing to get to McDonald's to try out these items, the staff are rushing to get it right so that we can enjoy these items properly. Apparently, the learning curve is so problematic regarding some of these items at McDonald's that the staff say just pass, since they aren't even sure if they're gonna get it right. The employees are not given the appropriate amount of training regarding the items, and so when they are prepping them, they're actually simultaneously stressing about making them correctly. So escape the hoopla and go for a regular menu item.
I'll have the Big Mac, please.
Great joy.
At least that way you'll have confidence that you'll actually get what you ordered. It all depends on the size of the patty.
That thing was huge. I mean, it was like this big.
While some Mickey D's employees claim this is not accurate as per their experience at their restaurant location, others tell us to beware. And so we think it's best if we heed this warning. According to some McDonald's staff members, your beef patty may be undercooked.
What?
Adding insult to injury, not only are these smaller 1.6-ounce patties used in Big Macs and double cheeseburgers potentially undercooked, but they also apparently sit around for a longer time before actually being served. Now, one way you could avoid the 1.6-ounce patty altogether is to order a quarter pounder, which has a sizable 4.25-ounce patty instead. So that's always an option. The word is that the smaller patties just aren't kept on the grill long enough. And since the majority of the items on the menu are made with these patties, you may not be in luck. McDirty McFlurry.
Ice cream? I like ice cream.
It's a running joke amongst McDonald's loyalists everywhere that the ice cream machine is usually broken. But apparently, even when it's working, employees say thanks, but no thanks to McFlurries. Did you know that the machine used to make your favorite Golden Arches dessert is nasty? The machine is so nasty that when a now fired ex-employee of the fast food chain revealed just how gross the drip tray was, the internet was aghast, and McDonald's went into save the company PR mode. Thing is, workers find cleaning the drip tray pretty hard, and so they avoid doing it. We get that. But when it comes to kitchen hygiene in a restaurant, there's really no cutting corners.
I'm very disappointed in you.
You've got the public's health on the line, and you kinda gotta take that seriously. The not-so-healthy menu.
I made a mistake.
McDonald's supposedly provides some options for the fitness gurus or health nuts out there. Well, apparently you gotta watch out for the fried and the frozen inside of your wraps at Mickey D's. Supposedly the ingredients in our wraps from McDonald's are iffy at best. The chicken is deep fried, and even veggie patties are fried as well. The chicken is also pre-cooked and frozen, so we're not exactly getting the post-workout grub vibes from this one. And it kinda gets worse. An employee claims that when some staff members use the bathroom, they are not so, disciplined about washing their hands. Yep, ew is right. We recommend using proper hygiene at all times when preparing food. Otherwise, you might end up getting called out in epic Karen style. Not so decaf.
Excuse me. That better be decaf.
Buyer beware. Now, we don't all need that boost that caffeine delivers every time we reach for a cup of Java. Sometimes we just want the taste.
Another cold brew? Don't mind if I cold do.
In fact, some people can't drink regular coffee because of health conditions. Word is that if you arrive during the morning rush, you should be good. The Mickey D's team is making both regular and decaf coffee regularly at that time. But throughout the rest of the day, it might be worth it to ask for a fresh pot of decaf coffee if that's what you want, because chances are if you just ask for a decaf coffee during an off hour, you might get an off product. Thing is, McDonald's employees have been known to just serve a regular cup of Joe in the place of a truly decaffeinated one. So the employees avoid the decaf coffee since, they can't even confirm it is that to begin with. Just about everything.
Stinking turd nugget. It sucks. You're right. Everything sucks.
It's important to note that some employees avoid everything on the menu. And in a word, here's why. Freshness. Apparently, sometimes the staff gets so passive about their jobs that they actively ignore when the timers go off that indicate when items need to be replaced. You see, there are timers set to tell Mickey D's employees when something has been sitting out too long. Word is, these employees are so complacent about the whole process that they, in fact, actually just reset the timers sometimes without replacing anything. So obviously then they avoid eating at the restaurant altogether. But have no fear, you can always pull a freshness hack and ask for no salt on your french fries, or claim you have allergies when you don't.
Smart, Ann. Smart.
But in the end, being direct is the best course of action. Just ask the McDonald's staff member to make it fresh, and like a genie in the bottle, they'll most likely grant your wish.
Easy peasy.
We're serving up more great videos. Just tap or click, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell to join our notification squad. And hey, leave us a comment.